It is still a huge mystery for me why Bushiroad decided to make so many right lines for Ridicule Monasterio, and to an extent that it is almost impossible for them to give each of those right lines a fair support. And if you ask me what is one of the right lines that seems to get shoved under the table, it's definitely our giant girl Lilfa. Yes, I initially thought she was a normal human until I realized recently when I playtest her, she's a bloody giant. But regardless, Lilfa, in my opinion, might have been getting one of the most insane glow up I have ever seen since Eva. Okay, maybe not Eva, but like Velstra. Yeah, something along that level.
No, he's got a point.
So before we go into the support, let's talk about the problem Lilfa originally has, and that is the fact that her deck is focused on grade 2 or greater. So this means that a lot of time, if you want to make sure that those units actually has some boost, you have to use Lilfa's skill. But the problem with the original Lilfa is that it doesn't give to the player, it gives to the unit that was on the field at the time, which makes it really awkward to really play around, because some card prefers you to Soul Blast card first before you can start boosting it and everything. And not only that, having a high grade unit as a focus also means that there is a lack in shield value for the deck, and the deck doesn't really dish out much power to begin with. So a lot of people treated Lilfa as a joke because the deck wasn't that good at the time.
It's not fair!
But as we all know, the new support really fixed her issue straight right up to an insane level actually, as we can start talking about the support with Immerse in Ripple of Nias. Nias has one skill where when placed on Vanguard circle other than during battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with Lilfa in its name, do note this can activate during turn 2. So blast 2 Lilfa cards, look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to one grade 2 or greater unit with different name than Nias, and call them to Vanguard circle, shuffle your deck. This
amazing!
card is really good because not only it functions extremely well with the grade 1 Lilfa skill, which allow you to super call a grade 2 or greater card from your hand to Vanguard circle,
Synergy.
but also it helps you to thin your deck down in the best way possible. Yes, so plus 2 Lilfa card is a little bit annoying, but we already have Profa, which help you to recycle Lilfa card from your drop back into your soul to begin with, and you're not gonna be using this card often anyway because of how much soul it actually uses. But regardless, very powerful card and a great step in the right direction for Lilfa support. The next card that Lilfa have gotten is Frolic Hopper Funat, who has 2 skills, in which the first skill allow her to become a 23k attacker and a 10 shield in your hand, meanwhile regardless of whether your opponent is grade 3 or not. And then at the end of the battle, this unit attack while it boosted by grade 2 or greater unit, you can energy blast 3, choose one of your grade 2 or greater rear guard and return it to your hand. Do note you can return herself by this effect as long as you have someone boosted her.
Yes, I like that.
This card is awesome because of the fact that not only you can return any card on the field, but also allow the deck to have a really good early rush that the deck has needed for the longest time. And with this card alone, this allows Lilfa to be, in my opinion, on the same level as Bastion in terms of rushing, especially considering the last card that we have to talk about in this video, the dress up version of Lilfa, Brightest Dreamer Lilfa. This unit is of course the dress up version of Highest Dreamer Lilfa, and she has 2 additional skills. Cause stand on Vanguard, all of your grade 2 or greater Vanguard gets boost, and all of your other grade 3 unit with Lilfa in their card's name gets shield plus 20k. And auto on Vanguard, when this unit attack, if all of your units are grade 2 or greater, counter blast 1, choose up to 3 of your red card and return them to hand. Then choose up to 2 grade 3 cards from your hand and call each of them into the red card in the same column.
It was perfect. Perfect.
This is insane because originally the Lilfa on attack only returned 2 cards, but with this time around this allows you to return up to 3 cards, which doesn't sound a lot, but with a lot of cards that has very powerful ability on place, returning multiple of these red cards to hand is actually a really good thing. Not only that, the fact that you can return up to 3 red cards also allow you to run the original Lilfa in your deck and use it as a way to attack before returning it back to hand to be used as additional shield value. And of course, the superior calling is not the best because of the fact that you are kind of restricted to just grade 3 cards only. But here's the thing, with certain cards like, okay, I completely forget what's the card name.
Many months later.
Plurality Exit, which allow you to extend into Else, and Else superior call another card from hand to Vanguard circle to use as the booster. And even if you don't have Else or Plurality, you can just simply call Funat and then just use it for a beating, which makes the deck whole lot more flexible and at the same time actually much easier to guard, even more so than a grade 3 heavy focus deck like Bastion. But this is far from being perfect, as for one, a lot of this great support does come at a huge cost. Obnias has 2 Soul Blast Lilfa, which fortunately we do have a way to recover, but it's still a heavy cost. Full Nut is Energy Blast 3, which doesn't seem heavy at first, but if you're considering how much energy you use in this deck now, it is on the slightly heavier side. But regardless, I can safely say Lilfa finally escaped the D tier hell that I always put her in my tier list video. But what do you guys think? Does this little giant actually make you feel like you want to use her already with how good she is now? Do leave down in the comments below. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, don't forget to clap that stuff, and this is Mac Megane signing out.